actually just convert it to MP3 and just do it for the podcast, like on
Okay,
audio.
dope.
Yep. So, all right. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of A Name Tag is Necessary. I'm your host, Name Tag Alexander. Y'all locked into one of the long overdue episodes. We got fam on here. He's
What
supposed to
up?
been on when the podcast was a label podcast. So we basically just reached out to him at the last minute, like, what you got going on, cuz? He was like, I'm free. So like, all right, we'll tap in a little bit around like 7:45. But we got the fam Ak on here. And
What's up? What's up?
see, man, the thing is, I don't think people understand, man. They hear me speak about you, like here and there.
Oh,
You
word?
know, in between,
That's
like I've
crazy.
mentioned it a few times on the podcast. Man, I mentioned you on the song, the Victor, the joint that I just put out.
Word, word, word. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, man. So what I say, something made my interest in this industry with Curtis and Ott.
Hey,
Something
who did
fairly
that beat?
personal. Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I
Yep,
thought.
yep. So yeah, man, it was long overdue, but people don't understand. We gonna get into it in a minute. I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
back to you
yeah.
because they only give
All
us an
right.
hour on here. For people that's tuning in, it's only an hour, but for the audio, it might extend. But so, man, I'm just getting to these questions, man, for the most.
Okay.
But before we get into the questions, just give them a brief history on who you are, man. What's going on with you?
Shit. I'm Ott, man. I'm a fan of this shit. I've been around since day one,
Yeah,
and I'm the goat, man. It's
he
like,
said I'm the goat,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? It's like everybody to go to what they do. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it took me a long time to realize it doesn't matter if you putting out albums and all of that shit. You got to be comfortable in your own skin and
yeah,
your craft.
true indeed.
And nobody has, for the niggas that know me, nobody has done what I've done and achieved what I've achieved without
Word.
having a face attached with it, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
So
definitely get it.
yeah, so I'm
Definitely
proud of
get
the
it.
accomplishments I made with not being, because I'm an introvert, so I don't really go out and push myself like I
Word.
should. But with the accomplishments I've made, being that way, I'm comfortable with that.
But you got, I mean, but people familiar with you now because of the Chef Tony, man. Tell them about that. What was going on with that? I mean, I know obviously
Uh,
COVID-19 kind of came through and
fuck me
put a
all
wrench
up.
in things. So like, man,
Fuck me all up, bro.
it's coming back, man. It's coming back because you was moving with that. You was moving
Yeah,
with it.
you know what it was? It's funny you say that because I'm watching this show called The Shy,
Okay.
and the dude on there got a food truck and all. It's
Yeah.
hella
Yeah.
inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of was like him in that show. I was cooking, and I seen that what they're doing is no different than. Excuse me for kind of getting off, but it's
No,
same
you
thing.
good.
It's just like hustling. It's just like hustling. The food game.
Okay.
You getting this shit wholesale, and the cooks or the chefs in the restaurant, you're the middleman. You're selling it
Okay.
for someone else.
Right.
So you looking at like, damn, they making 5,000 a night. Damn, you know what I'm saying? All of this shit, but they
Yeah.
got to keep lights on. They got to pay employees and all
Exactly.
of these things. So in my mind, I'm like, if I can get the same connect, I could do this myself, and all of that
Yeah.
profit goes to me.
Exactly.
So it was that simple. It was just a matter of getting older and realizing I can't be a worker for the rest of my life.
That's real.
I got to have something to fall back on. So it was a no brainer for me as far as the
Nah,
food shit. It was
that's
another
real.
trade.
That's real. And I don't sound crazy. I don't sound like too far away. I'm close enough.
Oh, bro, you right in my ear.
Perfect. I'm just making sure, man, because I know this is, like I
For
said, this new
sure.
territory. But we're gonna get into these questions, man. It's like my icebreaker version that I do here on the podcast, man. So one thing that I like to ask as one of the questions is, let's say you get a record label, right?
Uh-huh.
And you got millions of dollars in the budget to play with. What five artists do you have on your roster that you start out with? What five artists? It don't have to be all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It could be a mixture of both. Who just joined? I
Okay.
go Leaf. What up, Leaf? What
What
up,
up,
Leaf?
Leaf?
It could be a mixture
That's
of both.
fam.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is if you got five artists that you could work with, right?
Right.
So if you were to do that, what five artists do you pick, and what three producers do you work with?
Do they got to
And
be industry people?
nah.
Oh, okay.
Most people
Mm,
hear that and they be like, all right, they immediately think, because like I say, it's millions of dollars that you're working with, so
right, right.
you got money to play around with. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So five artists and three producers.
Well, first of all, without being biased, you always gonna fuck with the people that's been there since day one.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So you already know I'm gonna say Black Milk, that's
Yeah,
in-house. That's
yeah.
in-house.
Appreciate it.
But cats that are beyond that within the last, I say, 5 years that made an impression on me. This gonna sound crazy, but Earl Sweatshirt is one. I got mad love
Oh
for Earl
yeah.
Sweatshirt.
Okay.
Doom, that's one of my favorite rappers. And
So now remember, it's three producers. So you got Black. See, because he could
I'm
kind of.
getting into that. I'm getting into
Okay.
that because
Okay.
he's not gonna be in my producer list. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
But far as artists, because I know as far as Black, if me and him was to work together, it's going to be some production and some artist shit
Yeah.
going. It's going to be a little bit of mix. So that's why I chose him as an artist.
Okay.
So I left off at Doom. My last one would be West Side Gun. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. Like I
And
fucked
I
with
know
that
why.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. For real.
A lot of people say him
Producers,
when I throw this question out there. That's
yeah,
what's crazy.
producers is going to be Black. That's a no-brainer. Black Beethoven, Mad
Okay.
Lib, and my homie Doc. You know what I'm saying? I would say Ross G. Rest in peace, Ross G. But
Uh,
Doc is the one that put me on to Ross G. Like Doc, a lot of people don't know Doc. Doc is from Detroit. He's in Cali right now. But
right.
man, Doc, one of the producers that are far beyond like what cats hear in their sound. And I
Yeah.
feel like his beats would be perfect for whatever I was trying to do and the artist I would be bringing into that
Word.
roster, you know?
Word. Okay. Okay. What up, Cliff? What's going on, man?
Cliff,
Just
that's
joined
another
in.
fam right there. That's fam.
Cliff Note. All right. So okay. Tough roster, man. Strong roster. Like I say, I always put it out there because you got millions in the budget, so that goes into like whatever from
And the
recording,
crazy thing,
marketing.
we wouldn't even be spending all exactly. We wouldn't even be
Everybody
spending
kind of
all the money on because the
exactly
resources we got already.
already there.
So
Yeah.
it'd be with marketing and pushing the shit more so than spending the money on the producers and all of that. Because we
Yeah.
would already be a functioning team, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Besides the West Side Gun and all of them niggas,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. Exactly. Everybody kind of like a total package. So now
Exactly.
this is one of my favorite questions because a classic album that's like is really about like how you immediately think classic album, you start thinking about what time, what era this was, what was going on during that time, like
Mm,
how you were during it, or like how this music affected you. You know what I'm saying? Like music, to me, a classic is memories connected to that. Like a lot of the music
most
now is
definitely.
like it's weird because with how easily accessible the music is now, it's almost like memories ain't attached to it. So
Damn,
my
cuz, that's
question for
sharp.
you, my question for you would be, what are your three classic? Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. I gotta make sure it's the right one. Yeah. So, what would be your three classic go-to albums, any genre?
Um, this is gonna be totally off the radar. My number one is an album called Evildoers, and that was an album that never seen the light of the day.
Okay.
Me, Doc, him, and one of my brothers named Damien.
Okay.
The reason why that's my number one, that was one of the most influential albums that I've heard because I'm a fan of both of those dudes, but
Right.
also being a part of it. You ever made an album or wrote a song that predicted your life?
Damn.
Kind of
Nah.
like you, bro.
What?
That's what that album did. A lot of
Okay.
shit we was saying on there, we was freestyling, we was just smoking blunts, doing shit,
Word.
and it opened up some doors that we didn't even know what it was gonna open up. I don't even know if Doc would be in LA doing what he doing if we didn't do that
If it
album. I
was for
don't
that
think.
album,
Yeah, man, we grew from that shit.
that's
We grew
heavy.
as people. We grew as spiritual beings. Batin was a part of that shit. Leaf was there.
Word.
We was a collective. Batin brought us all together, low key. I know Doc Kim since I was 5 years old.
Man. See. So that's heavy.
And I met Doc, and
Oh, like you was breaking up a
he's a
little
rap.
bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's number one. Number two is Love Supreme John Coltrane, because I'm a jazz head at heart.
Okay.
And number three would be Chick Corea, Return to Forever.
Okay.
Those are classic
Okay.
albums that when it comes to me, so much was going on in times of my life, and those albums, like, they get me through. Well, those last two got me through a lot of shit.
Hold on. The sound got a little bit different for a second. Wherever you move, like it switched up a little bit as far as the connection.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It just it got a little choppy.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to repeat the last part?
No, no, no. I heard you. You said
Okay.
evildoers.
Josh Coltrane, Love
It was
Supreme.
okay. I
Chick
heard
Corea,
that.
Return to Forever.
Okay, so I got him. I got him. See, when you said return to forever, I thought you was at first. I heard return to forever, and I was like, "Name you mean big
you get you a better shit. So
I could pull this. I could pull mine off the Wi-Fi. It'd probably be straight.
no,
But
it's all good. They should be
let me
doing
see.
that.
All right, so let me think. So now this is the hardest one. This is the hardest one because
It's not hard for me. When you ask the question, you talking about them 8 songs?
yeah, see, that's what
Not
I
hard
like.
at
But I gotta
all.
sing these in advance because it's okay. So if let's say if you had to come up with a playlist, right? Eight
Yeah.
songs, any genre. Again, any genre. I never just restricted to hip hop, but any genre, you got to come up with 8 songs that you are only able to rock for the next 6 months. What 8 joints you going with?
Okay. Because I do shit like that.
Okay.
Sometimes like if it's a really dope song, I'll be listening to that shit if I can. Cause some shit you be like, after a while you
Yeah.
be like, I can't even listen to it. But for the last, I'll say 6 months or whenever this shit came out. But number one, you're gonna laugh or probably not. Kanye West, Father, I Stretch My Hands.
That
That
joint
shit was
hard.
incredible.
That sample, man,
Incredible.
is ridiculous.
The
Yeah.
sample, and you know what got me? Fucking Kid Cudi hook, bro.
Oh
He
yeah,
killed
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. It's
Beautiful morning
simple.
joint.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes the
Yeah.
simple shit it speaks volumes.
The most effective.
Um, Number two would be Mos Def, Modern Marvel.
Okay.
What's number three? Freddie Gibbs, Crime Pays.
Man.
Uh, Four, Rock Marcy, God Loves You.
Okay.
Uh, Bilal, Levels. It was a track produced by Flying Lotus.
Oh man, Flying Lotus, man. Man, sleeper.
I was gonna mention him as a producer, but it's like I know so many
I'm
cats that it's
shocked you
like,
didn't. I'm shocked you
man,
didn't.
dog, it's so many producers I left out. Like
Man.
I'm freestyling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Number six, Pharoah Sanders, a song called Colors,
Okay.
and the Delphonics, I'll Always Love My Mama. That shit bring tears to my eyes, bro. I love that
Man.
joint. And number eight is War. Don't Let Nobody Get You Down.
Okay. Shout out to Ty Ferris and Jay Johnson. Both y'all just joined. What's going on, my people?
Peace, peace, y'all.
We gonna hit the wave on that. Yeah, man. So, all right. Now, you being from the industry pretty much because obviously you were like, and we gonna get. But see, I knew you was gonna make that face. But see, I say this because, man, you like a significant glue. Like I was just talking to Beethoven a couple weeks back, and I was saying like him and you and Sleep are all significant as to why like Black Milk doing what he doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So
Word
that's
up.
why I say sometimes at the end of the day, y'all, whether y'all like it or not, y'all still like of the industry. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
sure.
I'm saying as far as being like that y'all was like y'all threw us the alley oop for the most part.
Oh, that's
Or
real shit.
I can say you threw Black the alley oop and then he coming down the court again he throw one to me. You know what I'm saying? That's
For
how I
sure.
always look at it. And then
And
Beethoven is
Mod.
like,
And Mod at that. Cause
yeah,
Mod had a short
absolutely.
run for a minute too.
Yeah, exactly, man. And now he still be recording. He just don't be
Oh, for
dropping.
real?
Yeah, he heavy into the
That
haircutting
nigga,
now.
man.
He heavy
Yeah.
into the haircut, and he just be like, he ain't fucking with it as far as
I
the
kick it
music.
with him in Black almost every week, bro.
But then as far as like Beethoven is like to me the coach.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Like
That's
very
facts.
instrumental because I look at his history as far back as it go with him being involved in music. Like damn man, like I'm like so y'all being influenced by him, then me being his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy,
Yup.
man. But I would want to think like my question to you would be like, what seeing how the industry is now, like what would your contribution be to help improve like just the business side of music?
Now that question I pondered upon when I read it.
Uh-huh.
Um, the best thing I could say about that, and this is kind of how I see myself now, because I remember listening to Griselda before it was like a
You was early on it.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember wondering what's cats gonna take to their beats, because I remember when I was doing loops and the same kind of beats, niggas was calling them
Yep.
like them dated beats and all of that.
Man.
And they found
It's crazy
a
now.
way to resurrect that shit.
Yep.
And I would say my contribution would be expanding the vision of what it means to be an artist.
Okay.
You don't just have to. A lot of people limit themselves when it comes to this music shit,
Yeah.
and we got to remember this is a culture. That means from how you dress, you being yourself is influential in this shit.
Yep.
You know, you don't have to speak nobody else slang. You don't have to dress like nobody. All you have to do is be yourself and bet on yourself, believe in
Hell
yourself.
yeah.
you're going to be influential in this shit, whether you're a rapper or whatever, because it's a lot of rappers out here that have an image of someone that we don't know.
Yep.
You know what I mean when I say that?
No, absolutely.
Right. So everyone patterned themselves after someone. And there's somebody in the neighborhood or in another city that is the man, but he never got that shot.
Yeah.
And
The
somebody took that and I mean, case in point, 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge example.
Yeah, that's a big example of someone he looking at somebody and say, yo, I'm 50 Cent, but everybody in the hood knew who the real 50 Cent was.
Yeah.
So for me, I try to influence health. I try to influence thinking.
Yep.
I try to influence all of the things that were a core part of hip hop in the beginning. I try to embed that into how I live this culture every day.
Y'all was early on that too, though. Like I'm talking, man. For some reason, y'all always seem, because me and you, like age-wise, we ain't that far apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's about like a maybe 6-7 year difference, if that.
Yeah.
So like when y'all was like maybe like 13, 14, y'all seem so much older than me, dog. Because remember, I used to be around, like just tagging along. Like when I tell people, like, yeah, I used to be at the hip hop shop, people be looking at me like, how old are you? Like, nigga, how? Like, man, my cousin then was going. Like, and that walk used to seem far as hell, and it really was.
It was far.
Like it
was a mile. Yeah,
it was like a mile. That was it. I was like on 8
But
miles
you know the crazy shit, you had to cross through the hood to get up to 7 Mile.
Yeah. Yep.
We was passing through gang territory.
See,
you know, and that's the thing. Yeah, and we were so hip hop that we didn't even give a fuck about that. And that goes back to what I'm saying about you being yourself. It's like we had a determined idea, like, I want to go see this shit.
Yeah.
But along the way, who knows what kind of perils we could have ran into.
Exactly. See, the crazy shit is my mom ain't know what was going on. God rest her soul, but like she ain't know what was going on. It's like,
peace,
I'm
auntie.
I'm going right at the time, and I'm just walking. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes y'all ain't want me to go. I just like, I'm here now. Like I'm I'm here. Like I'm rolling.
And that was all because we knew. Like, I was just talking to Black about this. We knew y'all didn't smoke, y'all didn't do certain things, and you love your peoples. You don't want to have them around certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we was going to rap and all of that, along the way, man, we was smoking them beaties.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We was doing shit that, first of all, you might go tell your mom or some shit. We ain't know.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I think my mom knew. I think she was like, yeah, I know they smoke. You know, she was like,
damn.
In Maryland, they smoke too. They ain't slick. I know they smoke.
Yeah. We thought we was being low key with this shit. I
used to lie. I was like, no, they smoke something called like bees, and Tony, he always had them ginseng sticks. Like, what was it? Remember the ginseng?
Yeah, them licorice roots. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, we've been on that shit. It's crazy, but it's a core part of who I am and who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, a lot of I was telling this cat the other day, the thing about hip hop, and this goes around to New York, Chicago, and places like this. The cats that paved the way for cats to be able to do what they do now, man, we had to go through some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had to fight niggas. And then along with what your for lack of a better way of explaining it, whatever your street life was, it intertwined with that shit. So a lot of times a dude might be ill on a mic and you respect him as an MC, but you don't like that nigga in real life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what,
or his affiliates. Yeah, I didn't either until a prime example. I said this shit in the song. Fat Joe came through and bumped. You remember Big Go?
I remember hearing about that story. Like,
we was about to smash that nigga. No, he bumped Big Go.
It was Go. Okay.
We was about to smash that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, give a fuck who you are.
That's crazy. This
all
around
this
the
shit.
time where he had what the Flojo single was
exactly. He was still getting on. He was like around KRS a lot.
But it's crazy because I watch his podcast sometimes on Revolt, and he talks about those times. Like, he knew when he was in different territory. Like, he always talk about when he was in Cali at I don't think it was Lyricist Lounge, but he used to go to like the cypher joint in Cali that they would have, and like niggas was booing them.
Yeah, he was about to get poked that day.
That's crazy, man.
I was about to stab that nigga.
That's wild, man.
I was straight about to. I remember looking at his neck and seeing that he had a big cut on his motherfucking neck. I was like, oh, this nigga must have already been through some shit.
He speaks about that sometimes, about how he was, carrying his own back then. And how
he was an asshole, bro.
He said it. He spoke about that. I was like,
Black Thought, asshole. It was a lot of niggas that came through Detroit and felt like we owed them something.
That's weird.
Or that was the energy they gave off. And then when they left this bitch, they took something with them from the D. And because they cities got more attention, niggas thought that they originated that. But niggas from Detroit already knew, like, dog, y'all niggas coming to the hip hop shop biting.
So just to kind of like transition into that, man, because like I was saying, like you were a vital part of like my history and just Black history alone. But for me, it start with Black. So like for people, you know, tuning in, like what's your connection? Obviously we blood, but like what's your connection to like Black just getting that, you know, being that launch pad in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like just if you could briefly recap that story of how that came about.
I can, because I just was I gave him Miss Roses the other day. Black, number one, he has grown tremendously, bro.
Man, hell yeah.
Like the wisdom that he kicked, just talking to him as a person, man, he's grown a lot.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I noticed about Black back then, every time we would record, you can attest to this. Me and Z would be stepping out, smoking blunts and shit. Black was focused.
Stay behind that MPC.
Black stayed behind that bitch. Whatever money he got, he saved up his money and would be at Guitar Center. His discipline was impeccable, bro.
We talking about, he may have been like 16, 17.
16.
I was spending the night and like we would get food, you know, we would get carry out or whatever. Like, y'all want coney, y'all want pizza. And he wouldn't order nothing. If he did, it might be something like some fries. He like, I gotta save.
Man,
you know
back then, remember this shit right here? When he get that, when he started doing this shit?
Yeah. Man, you know,
that's what you do.
Like for me thinking back then, like, you know, being younger, not having a job, I'm like, damn, an NPC, that seemed like that cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you really like saved up for it. Oh, that was crazy. During that time, it was like just that discipline being a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Saving up that bread. So
you know what sticks out the most to me is I remember when that nigga used to rap like cannabis, right? Remember that shit? He was hella into cannabis. He thought couldn't nobody fuck with cannabis.
Yeah.
But I remember taking some Slum Village tapes over there. You know, he had his next door neighbor man that would put him up on hip hop shit.
Yeah.
But when I brought him to Detroit shit, I remember man, he lost his mind over those beats. Can you hear me? It sounds like some shit went out.
No, you good. It's probably like connection wise. I can still hear you though.
Okay. But I remember bringing Tarak to his crib.
I remember that.
I remember him meeting a lot of cats. And then I look at how he just, no disrespect to none of them, but how he just shot past niggas.
Yeah.
When we came from that tour and they was hearing Black Milk beats on that, I remember it was two tapes I was playing. I was playing Mad Lib beats and I was playing Black Milk beats. And I remember Dez being like, who is that? I was like, that's my cuz. Later on, we come home, that nigga made Dirty District.
In the summertime.
Yeah, that nigga made Dirty District, I'm sorry, Trinity. He made
it was a Trinity. It was Trinity album first, if I'm not mistaken.
Trinity album was first.
But before then, they had the Dirty District compilation come out first.
That came after.
Nah, you sure?
I'm almost positive, bro.
That was
that was when they cut we did Real Life, and then after that, they wanted to offer us a deal. And then we did that song, Synergy.
Yeah.
And remember RJ was like, what is that? Some kind of drink or something? he cut us and pulled Black for production. And they formed BR Gunna after that.
Now that you're saying it, it's making
they formed BR Gunna right after that. And that's when Black started doing that. And then he left and it was over for after that. It was a wrap.
It's almost like that just the perfect timing of everything. That shit needed to happen. Like, and I was just talking to my bro, like I said, a couple weeks back. And I now for some reason I remember that because I remember how the CD looked and everything. It was called Energy. That's what it was. Energy.
Oh, Energy. Yeah, Energy.
RJ called it Synergy. That's what it was.
Yeah, he got
that's what it was.
What is it, Synergy? Yeah. Some kind of drink?
It had that. It had the joint with the James Brown flip, and damn, it was one other joint in there. I wasn't on there. I was salty. I wasn't on there. Like, y'all niggas ain't letting me on. But that was because I think Black was just like, no, you need to focus on school. He's always be like, no, you can rhyme. Well, what up, Jones? I see Jones just joined, and he would be like, you focus on school, because I know he'd be like, Auntie Vaughn ain't gonna let you, like, you know, be up late in the studio or whatever. But I took that not being salty about it then because it made sense what he was saying. Okay, yeah, finish school or whatever. So I ended up doing that, made my own crew, and then I started
Oh,
practicing
you
penning.
sure did. You
Yeah,
sure did, bro. I remember
yep.
your boys.
Yeah, I started penning, and I took it when he said like, no, I just finished school. I'm like, man, they must think I'm whack or some shit. So I was
No, it
like,
wasn't that. You
but
were still trying to find yourself in it.
but
You know what I'm saying?
it was weird because I was like, maybe it's because they older. You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe that's what it is. They don't want to let me in because I just felt like I felt like the little bro. But it was cool because it needed to happen. It made me better.
You
You know
know
what I'm
what? When I
saying?
reflect on it, the shit I know from a personal standpoint, the shit was planned. From that tour, when Batin took us on the tour, I knew exactly what I was doing. I
Man.
remember Black pressed up. You remember too, because you was there
Mm-hmm.
when he made us a beat CD.
Yeah, I
We
do remember
knew
that.
it. We knew exactly what we was gonna
We
do.
was just back at the crib. That was during the
Yeah,
summertime. We out of school. We just posted. Well, I
yeah.
think he was out by then. He had just because, like I say, that was when y'all went on tour with them. Let's see, if I was in ninth or when I was a freshman, the cast at the time, I think Milk
That was
had just
2001.
yeah. So he was already done. He had just finished. So
Yep.
we waiting. We like, damn man. We thought that we like, man. I can see they going on tour. They was slum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, we
man,
was with
that's
Slum. We was with Fife Dog.
and
We
this
was with man,
yeah,
you
Fife
name it.
was on
Oh,
that tour.
fucking Cali Agents, Planet Asia
I
and
remember,
fucking
yeah.
Roscoe. Nigga, I met some of everybody. I even met fucking Tech Nine out there.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy, man.
saying? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I took that opportunity to keep promoting Cuz.
Yeah.
And I never felt,
Damn.
even with Black's career being where it is, I never felt like, damn, we miss out. Because my thing was, if one of us get in that bitch, we all in
Yeah.
that bitch. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that was
And
like the biggest alley oop, dog. Cause like I
that's
say,
by 10, bro. By
yeah,
10. Rest in
damn.
peace, by 10.
Yes.
That was
Yes,
by
man.
10, bro.
Like, dog, like somebody was it was either Leaf. If not Leaf, it might have
Leaf was
been
there since
Omari.
him and by 10 was there. This is before I even met
It
Omari,
might have
before he
been
started
Leaf.
managing by 10.
Because the thing is, the crazy shit I remember Leaf saying before, like nigga Batin wanted to sign y'all. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
where, but it was because of the disc that we had, the orange
The
CD.
orange one.
Nigga, I
Yep.
remember he bought the Milk bought the burner, the CD burner, and we burned all them. Nigga,
You
damn. Now
remember
that I
where we
think
went? You
about it,
remember where we went
we
when we
went to
did that?
Cleveland. We went to
No, before
that
that.
one in Cleveland.
We went to the fucking Spit Kicker show, bro. Tyler
Okay.
Kweli, Biz
Yeah, yeah,
Marquis, De
yeah,
La
yeah, yeah.
Soul.
It was the it was Common, Quali,
Common
and
Quali
Floetry. It
and
was
Floetry.
Floetry,
Yeah, yeah, you
Common,
right.
Quali.
You
Yep.
right.
We was handing out the CDs or whatever. Yeah,
Yep.
damn, dog. That's crazy.
Then we
Because
went to Ohio.
yeah, that
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
dog. That shit
Yep.
crazy.
But Batien had a vision in his mind. He was trying to fuck with all the underdogs, which was
Yeah.
us, 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. And that was the meeting I told you. He introduced me to Doc.
Mm-hmm.
And Leaf would be with him all the fucking time. And I was like, damn,
Shout
I'll
out
be
to
seeing this
Leaf.
dude at St. Andrews. And from then it was history. But all the while, see, Detroit got this high school thing where it's the popular niggas
Mm-hmm.
and then it's the underground niggas who don't
To this
nobody
day.
fuck with, even if they dope. If you ain't affiliated with somebody who got a name, niggas ain't really fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I always had my foot in both sides. I was cool with the popular niggas,
Yeah.
but my heart was with the underdog niggas.
Yep.
And Batin was the same way. He was slum.
Man.
But he like, man, niggas be shitting on
And
y'all. Niggas be shitting on y'all.
this around the time like where they like peak. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this pre-Detroit Daily, like the Tainted video out and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Prime example. Funny you say that. Remember Batin's verse from
yeah.
Tainted?
Oh yeah.
And the video.
Yep.
He was saying what a lot of niggas be trying to say about the industry now.
Yeah. Yep.
Back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I find it
I
funny
encourage
that
everybody to go back and listen to that shit, man. Like
me too.
it spoke the future
Because
into existence.
and that's what I was trying to tell you when originally when I said you ever wrote a song
And
that
came,
predicted your life.
right.
Batin said some shit on Trinity album too on this song called Get Live.
It's
A lot of people didn't know what he was saying, but
that's the joint.
I'll
Speaking
let
in
y'all go
Hebrew?
back and listen to it. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. And his life went downhill after that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but it
Rest in
is
peace,
some
Batin,
bullshit.
man.
How you know he was like the David Ruffin of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Neo Soul Bot 10 is the pillar of that shit. I don't know if
Man,
Erykah Badu or everybody else would like to give him props, but when it comes to Nag Champa
no,
incense and wrapping
nah,
your
absolutely,
hair and wearing
dog.
crystals, that was
What up,
Bot
Monet?
10, bro.
Monet just joined. What's going on,
What up,
cuz?
cuz?
Congrats, congrats.
Yeah.
but
About to have a big head baby.
but yeah, but he but man, I was just listening to DJ K Fresh, his podcast, Renaissance Soul podcast. He had Rito
Word up.
on there. Mario was on there. Mario was
Oh,
just
that's
saying
fam.
exactly what you were
That's
just saying
fam.
about 10, dog. He was just saying that like he ushered in a lot of what we see now with the neo soul, the hair wraps, the sage
Yeah,
being lit, the
man, because
incense,
that
all
was
that
our
stuff.
life. It wasn't
But
no
was
trend. It
but
was
was
our
wild.
life.
He said he still gave you a dab of Detroit nigga because he still had the yays on. He still had he had the sticks on the Trinity.
Man,
If niggas go look at the Trinity album cover, like about 10 on there with the sticks on, dog, with the head
for
wrap though.
real.
That shit is crazy.
For real.
Man.
Crazy shit is like I just found out recently, this is off the subject, but I called Black like, yo, you know when Dilla first made Fuck the Police? He like, when? I was like, nigga, I got an arrest record from Dilla over here, bro. He got a
Dog.
gun charge and shit. He like, no, that wasn't Fuck the Police. He was like, nigga, that's back from volume 1. When he's like, I
Oh
caught a
wow.
case and I still hold still. I was like, yo, them niggas. So
That's
they was
crazy.
making mad hip hop shit, but you got to
Mm-hmm.
remember, he from Conant Gardens.
Yeah, niggas was still from the streets at the end of the day.
Niggas
That's
was
why I
still
hate.
from the streets.
That's I hate when people be like, like Slum is neo soul or Dilla is neo soul. It's like
No,
nigga,
them
we're
niggas is
like
from the
members.
hood,
Like
east side.
they first single like that official single was talking about a threesome.
Yeah,
Like what
for
y'all
real.
mean? Like yeah, man.
I
Damn,
think
dog. Like
that's what because you know at the end of the day, that's what raised us. Slum. I got to give
hmm
props to Z because I wouldn't have never known about Slum Village
if it wasn't for
if it
Z.
wasn't for Z. He was already on
Yeah,
Barack
man.
Records back in the days.
Okay.
They they was trying to
It was
start a
him and
kid
RJ,
group.
wasn't it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. Yeah.
him and little RJ and his brother and 2 other members.
Okay.
This was back when RJ had a lot of people don't know this. He had Madball and Uzi. Remember Pick It Up, Pick It Up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. See, I
They
didn't
was
know
on
that's what
Barack.
made it. Okay.
They was on Barack. Yeah,
Wow.
Madball and Uzi used to be with Luther Campbell, 2 Live Crew.
Okay.
But they came to Barack. And around this time it was just T3 and JD.
Wow.
By 10 was Elwo. Shout out the Last Ones Out. Because I
Okay.
remember you remember we saw you
I
play
remember y'all
Last
used to
Ones
always
Out.
claim that. Yeah, yeah.
See, Last Ones Out were like they were the niggas that, man, they did that shit.
Yeah.
But because everyone was on that, like I say, it
What
was
up,
a
Mike?
popularity thing. They got more of the shine. But Elwo was the niggas that, man, whoever you named, they was affiliated with Elwo. House
Okay.
Shoe, nigga,
Damn.
Swing,
I remember that.
everybody
Yeah.
was fucking Elwo.
Shout out to House Shoes. I
Yeah,
gotta get him
Bati-
on here, man. Let him. Yeah, dang, man. That's shit, man. You
yeah,
saying some
that's
stuff,
history,
dog.
bro. But that's the shit I grew up
Man,
seeing.
Mike, don't be on here talking
He
some
said,
hey
"Hey,
Alex.
Alex."
Like, duh. That's
That's
funny as
my
hell.
guy right there, dog.
Man.
That's what like honestly, I learned from the younger cats in this music shit. And I think that's the difference of, how people try to separate it, old head,
Yeah.
young head shit. If you can find that balance of the history I'm speaking on now, and then the business savvy of the younger dudes,
Yeah.
we'll realize like we don't really know industry really. Like you were saying
hmm
before, if you got a budget of $1 million, I just was telling everybody earlier, well, I made a post earlier about it's not never that you don't have the money. You just don't know how to use the resources that you have.
Man.
And that goes for me. I never call motherfuckers. I remember kicking it with Diamond D
hmm
and having his contact and never calling him. For those who don't know who Diamond D is, that's digging in the crates. One
Yeah.
of the
Why
original,
why you
you know what I'm
think it's
saying?
like that though? Like people had the resources, but like, nah, I ain't gonna bother
Pride.
sisters. I ain't gonna fuck with them.
Because niggas be
Like,
scared to hear a no, just like in any business. You
yeah.
be scared to hear, if you hear a no, it's disappointing. Like, especially if it's from somebody you really respect or you
Yeah.
want to work with, and they be like, nah. It could have just been no for that moment.
Right.
But we take that no as forever.
They gonna say
And
it
then
again.
we'll
They
start
gonna
trying to create
they
our
gonna do
own
shit to
lane.
say no.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind
And
of
so you
crazy.
start trying to create your own lane. But like my brother told me a long time ago, you can't lift nothing with one finger. You
Right.
need more than one finger to make a hand. So
Mm,
find you some dudes and build you a network. And
man.
when those cats see what y'all doing, they gonna come to you. You ain't gotta eat at their table. But it
That's
took
real.
me 40 years to realize that shit. As opposed to younger dudes, they learn from our mistakes.
Early on.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
already making it move.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
That's man. That's that. You just kind of recapping that though. It made me think of the events. Like, damn, that really did happen. Like, just the
it
whole
really
thing with.
did fucking happen
I forgot all about that
like
CD,
magic,
dog. Like the CD that took. You know what I'm saying? Because I
bro.
remember
The
we
shit
was.
was magical, bro.
Cause like I remember at that time. But no, see, that was early. That wasn't even in 2001. I was about to say when we was at summer jams. Like we was down at summer jams or whatever. And I remember we was handing out the demos then. You know what
Word
I'm
up.
saying? Then after that, that's when y'all went on tour, and it was like, and the rest is just like history from there, dog. Because I remember, I remember Black coming from, I think he was on tour. I think this is around the time BR Gunna was touring, and I remember
Word.
he came and he was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna just do some solo shit. And I'm like, what? Because I'm still a teenager at this time, so and when he said that, this was like, no, I might have been like 19. Yeah, I mean, I was like 19. I remember this, and then he just was
Damn.
saying that he's gonna do something solo, and I was like, wait a minute, like what? Like what about the whole thing? You know, be a gunner and whatnot. He had his mind made up. He was
I
gonna
was
do it.
proud of him for that moment.
This was around the
Cause
time he was doing Sound of the City. I'm
word,
like,
that's
damn.
one of my favorite albums,
So
bro.
like, it's like, man, how you gonna? Man, we sat there and watched him. Me and my, we saw him like literally like had the art. He ended up getting Rio. Shout out to Mario to get the cover art done. I remember him like literally mixing the tracks down. I forgot where he took it. It might have been shit. It might have been
Studio A.
yeah. I want to say Studio A or whatever. What was it? What was my man's name? Tommy, I think,
Mm-hmm.
to get it done, to get it mastered. But I think I could be
It
thinking about the
wasn't the
setup. I
disc.
could be
It could
bugging.
be the disc, but I don't think it was the disc. I think it was Studio A.
But I remember him just getting the joints mixed. And the crazy shit is, was like, damn, we didn't know what to expect. We knew the shit was dope, but then from there, it just was like,
Bro,
out of there.
you know, speaking of resources, this is what I love about our family. It's kind of a gift and a curse with our family. We got so much talent on our own, just us, our family,
Yeah.
right? But we don't fuck with each other, not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. I was
Because
gonna
if
say,
some
no,
shit go down, we all you remember me and you talked about this.
yeah,
But the thing was, instead of Black being like, yo, I'm gonna produce your album, or I want you to rap on one of my projects, I had to think about this because I remember my wife asked me one time, like, why Black never got you on a track or blah blah blah. And at first I
that's
was
going
like,
quick.
damn. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking dope. Why me rap on shit? But I thought about it, I was like, the nigga threw me plenty of alley-oops.
Yeah,
Just like he threw you alley-oops. Like the Sound of the City, I'm on the first joint.
I'm on Sound of the City, Broken Wax,
Broken all three of them, the
uh,
first three.
and Popular Demand. No, and the setup,
Oh, and the
setup.
setup.
Yeah,
Yeah, you on the
setup.
setup
That's
too.
a sleeper
But
album, dog.
every album he mentioned me or gave me props or gave me a shout, and it was like I never took it and ran with it because just like most Detroit niggas, I ain't gonna say all, but most Detroit niggas, we be feeling like, oh, that's fake. I don't want to ride that nigga coattail. I don't want to ride that nigga
Yeah,
wave. But it's like that's family, nigga. What you talking about? But still, having that mentality of
yeah.
I'm gonna do it my own way.
My whole thing
You
was
know,
just getting better. That was my whole thing. I was like, man, because I think what it was, you said something that struck like years back. I remember I said to Ryan, he was like, man, that's whack.
I said that.
Yeah. So it was
Damn.
like but it was like in retrospect, looking back at it. But that was cool though, because man, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that gas niggas and tell them like, oh yeah, you nice, you nice, you know what I'm saying? And it really don't be. So I'm like,
I
I
think
can
that used to be
imagine.
my thing with Z, because that was like my man's, and I didn't know how to tell him sometimes, like, don't say that. Somebody already said that. You know how
Man,
you
no,
take
you
a
got
line
to.
from a nigga?
Mm.
Z would do that shit like a lot. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, no, Batian just said that. Like
But you gotta do it because
yeah.
like you would say some shit was whack, Black would say some shit was whack, and shit even mine like when you would be around like nah man
No,
we gonna
to make a
we gonna
face,
laugh each
yeah.
other out the room. But it's
Yeah.
like damn back then it was like oh man they clowning me but that helped because look at us now like niggas is like niggas can spit you know what I'm saying like we was like you know what I'm saying like even when mine came into it
Honestly,
was like
when
damn
cats
like
found out
niggas
we
is learning.
family, they really feel like we a force. And that's all I ever wanted cats to see was like
Yeah,
from your brother to Sleepy, from Mob, Black, me, Ra, Harry, whatever genre niggas want to take it to. Chris and Kevin.
I
You know what
was
I'm
whack at
saying?
one point, man. Go listen to my real life verse is whack, dog. That shit is
It wasn't
sweet.
it wasn't whack. It was
my,
balanced.
my
It
real
was
life verse is
balanced.
trash on there, dog. Compared to like with how I rap now. Like my real life verse was
Say
terrible on
my
there,
petty.
dog.
Hey,
My verse
goodbye,
was
dog.
horrible, dog. I be listening to old shit like, ugh, dog. Like I hate it.
But you know
Like
what it
man,
sound like to me? It sound like I said before, it sound like you were still finding yourself in it,
yeah,
finding your voice in it.
yeah,
Now when I listen to you, you can hear the confidence in your breath control and how you saying
yeah.
shit, the content of what you writing about.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, like, I mean, all of us, we was young. See, you got to think, I hit the streets early.
I was
And
just trying to
plus, I was
impress y'all. I'm
influenced by a
like,
lot of shit.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit I was influenced by, it was real life shit. So even now, to this day, when I write some shit, you know, we come from an era where it was like, niggas be like, you got to be living your raps. You can't
oh
rap
yeah, yeah,
about shooting a nigga, but it's like, nigga, I got family members that done all of this shit. So even if
yeah,
I didn't do it, I experienced it. So you could write it right from whatever place. So it was easy for me. I growing up in this shit since the 80s, and not a diss to you or Black in them, but jumping off the porch early,
mm-hmm.
it gave me insight to what I already wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. And plus being a
No, I do.
weirdo anyway, like being able to extract something from movies and make my own synopsis of it and write, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can watch Kill
No, that
Bill
makes
and write
sense.
a song about the shit, and you won't be scene for scene
Yeah.
writing the
A
movie.
breakdown, literally.
Yeah, a breakdown of
Right.
how you see it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
And that also goes back to the shit we was reading back then, the shit we was studying, because it
Yep.
altered
Y'all
your
was
mind
early
to
on a lot of
function.
that shit. Early.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Man,
yeah.
dog.
You know,
That's
in hip
crazy,
hop, you
dog.
had to know something, man. You
Yeah.
had to have some kind of knowledge to you. You couldn't just be a nigga like, it's just like to this day, I don't like Christian rappers. I don't like Muslim, I don't like religious rappers. I don't like spiritual rappers
What is it about that though that's like
that make
it
it
don't hit the
corny,
same? Yeah, it's like it don't
because it's like you trying to impose.
mm,
You could let me see somebody who Most Def.
mm,
A lot of people didn't know Most Def was Muslim, but the way he carried himself, his demeanor, and the content of what he write
yeah,
about,
Lecrae is
it
nice. Lecrae is nice. But I think with Lecrae, like he don't always claim to be he says he's not a Christian rapper. He'll tell you like, no, don't put me in that box. I'm not a Christian rapper. I think that's what it is with him. And do you think it's probably like how it was like, okay, for example, Kanye did Jesus Walks. We was like, oh yeah, this
that
is
shit was
fire, this
whack
is
to
dope.
me.
You see,
I thought it was whack. I
we
hated
thought it
that
was
shit.
nice back then, but I'm
I
saying
hated that shit.
compared to
I hated the
now,
beat. I hated the
where
rap.
where he compared to now, like where Kanye forcing it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my
Oh,
gospel
that
album.
shit
You get what
trash.
I'm saying? Like it's different comparing that to Jesus Walks. It's like Jesus Walk was just a record that we thought was just like this is to us. We thought it was dope, but I'm saying like compared to now, where it's like, yo, I'm literally putting out a gospel album. It's like it's different. It was like, oh man, it look whack now that you forcing it. You know
Man,
what
that
I'm
shit
saying?
corny as hell. I even think I like Chance when he doing other shit. I don't like Chance the rapper when he trying to be, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
know his background, so I know it's there. Um, and plus, I'm from an era where hip hop was heavily Zulu Nation influenced.
Yeah.
So you have 5%ers, you had a lot of Islamic background, and I was
Mm-hmm.
biased. I can't front, I was biased. I might tend to fuck with a cat to be like, Allahu Akbar, as opposed to a cat to say some other shit. Like, prime example, remember CNN first album,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Capone Noriega, when he like Busta Rhymes was quoting that rhyme on Drink Champ. When he like, yo, Allahu Akbar, some, it's like how you do it. Like, I like niggas who can talk about real life shit, but still you could tell they have a spiritual influence.
Mm-hmm.
Not just straight like you going straight into this. I'm not
You
knocking
don't
nobody. I'm saying for me, I
you
don't
don't
like
like
it.
where it feel like it's being sold like to you,
Yeah,
like where it's marketed in a sense.
yeah, I just don't like the vibe of it. Like
Okay.
I've never liked religious institutions. I don't like walking in those kind of buildings. I
Yeah,
just don't like the vibe.
Kanye's
Like, ugh.
choir is pretty dope. I would say that. But
I don't like none
I
of that
think with
shit.
him just kind of forcing like, listen, this is my Jesus record. Like I don't know, it's weird compared to
I
like
put it to
Jesus
you like
walk.
this. You know how this new age spiritual shit, everybody want to be woke or some shit?
Mm.
I don't like that. You know what
Why
I'm
you say
saying?
that? Like,
Cause it's I don't know. It's just I'm funny like
but
that.
ain't it a good
I'm
thing?
weird.
Like, or do you feel like it's like more a cliche than
It's
just
a
like
cliche,
people?
bro.
Okay.
It's a cliche to me. And I'm saying to me because I don't want nobody to think that overall that if somebody has dropped something positive,
Mm.
I'm like, oh, fuck that positive shit. I'm all for positivity,
Yeah.
but there has to be a way you get that shit in there.
The
You
new
know what I
when they
mean?
said the newly fake woke. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. Because if you woke, you woke. It don't
Yeah.
matter what you do. You could be a fucking mechanic.
People will see it. You ain't got to really announce it.
Yeah, you don't
You
have to
know?
announce
Yeah.
that shit. You don't got to wear dashikis everywhere. You ain't got to grow a big ass beard and it's costume. You know, a lot of this shit be costume. And I had to realize that for myself. Like cats that I looked up to in the industry that I thought was these spiritual niggas, man, they was assholes in real life.
What three
And
stacks
they,
say is everybody with dreads for the cause, like whatever on
yeah,
yeah.
these niggas be trying to sleep with everything they can sleep with. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? But at the same time, they using the conscious talk to get the women. Like, peace, queen. Yeah, you a
Mm-hmm.
queen. Hey, sister. And then once they get her, the nigga come out. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
it's
And my
weird,
thing is
dog.
like, be you all the time. Be you all the time. If that's you, people can only
Yeah.
respect it or reject it.
Yeah, man. But listen, man, I'm glad you took the time to really just be able to just because, like I say, I hit you last minute, like, hey, dog, I want to try this live shit out for the podcast. You're like, I'm free. I'm like, bet. So it turned out pretty good, man. I appreciate you jumping on. I got to get more. Mod, you got to get on here, man. Watch my say something silly.
Man,
Like,
my got to do that. Mod the goat right now.
yeah, man. You got to get on here, Mod.
He
Just
said, I
chop it
hate
up.
when niggas use queen.
I
I
hate it.
still
I don't
use
like
it.
it, dog.
I
Like,
still use
but y'all
it,
been
but
using it though. Like it's been normal, like for y'all to use. Like he talking about like now, like when they said the newly fake woke, like it's weird now. It's like,
it's
oh,
corny now.
queens. They say, but I am a
And then
queen.
at the same time, it's like there's something to come along with it.
Yeah.
You know how people be like, respect king.
Oh
Or
yeah, that's
even
kind of
back in the
weird.
days, it's like,
It depends on who it's coming from, dog. Like
yeah,
don't
it definitely depends on
if I
who it's
don't know
coming
you or
from.
fuck with you like that, don't call me king. Like if I don't know you, like if I don't know you,
Yeah,
we don't got that rapport. Like dog,
it
don't
makes
do
me
that.
feel
Don't.
weird. You know what I'm saying? Or when
Yeah.
dudes be like, what's up, my baby? Oh, what's up, my baby? It's like, man,
That's
I done
probably.
been
I
in
think
some
that's
weird
just some Detroit
situations.
shit.
It
Like
is, but I
yeah.
done been in some weird situations. Like I was telling Black, nigga was letting me hear a fucking song, and he like, ooh, that's nasty. And I'm like, nigga, the way you the
What?
way your energy feel, dog.
Yo,
The way your energy feel, that shit
dog.
feel mad weird, dog. So if you
What?
turn around and be like, what's up, my baby? And then you like, ooh, it's like
Yeah,
it's some wild
it's
shit going on these
nasty,
days, bro. It's like
man.
I don't know what niggas be on. So it's like just keep it regular. I like regular shit, bro.
Man, that's funny
Like,
as hell.
you know
Though.
what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's nasty.
Man, you know how niggas be.
Yeah,
It's like it's a brotherhood, but some dudes take brotherhood so far.
yeah,
And me being an introvert, I think anybody who get too close to me, I get weird.
yeah.
If you ain't my
That's
family,
understandable.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm such an introvert that when I'm in a crowd and I see dudes interacting, I automatically be ready to get the fuck on.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
funny.
I
That's
don't
funny.
relate.
So let me go in and go.
For real, anybody will tell you if they ever see me in a function, they probably only
My
seen me 10 to
crazy kids.
15
That's
minutes.
funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm out, bro. I don't chill too long because
Word.
my fucking anxiety kick in and it'd be like,
No, I
I don't
feel that.
belong here.
I
I
feel
gotta
that.
go.
It's
I
that
got that
instinct.
shit bad. Like prime example, before you go, I know you gotta go. I'm gonna say this shit. You know what I feel kept me from really fucking with this shit like that?
What's that?
I had to realize I'm not ready to perform in front of people, bro.
Oh, that ain't. I
No,
mean,
seriously, my anxiety. I told because I remember Z was like, "Why do you stand in one place when you on stage?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't like people looking at me." I was like, I feel
that's
really weird when people staring at me and shit. Where it's like, I'll be ready to get off stage, bro. I'll be
man. That's
fucking up
weird.
words and
Like
ready to hurry up and get that shit over with.
performing was a part that I easily got used to. I think it's just the like I don't know, the industry shit with like just the weird shit that happen that we hear happen in the industry. I think that's what oh man, I don't know about that though. I don't know
But
if
you can see why
I
drugs is a major part of a lot of these niggas
ain't
too,
that weird, you know what I'm saying?
because
Like
they don't
that's
know how to be without it. And I
yeah.
can honestly say that's how it is with me. Like, you get me to a place and they like, yeah, we got to perform. I'm like, yo, I need to hit an L first.
Mm,
And
okay.
the fact is, this is your job. You don't need a blunt to go smoke and cook. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with performing, it's like I got to get myself in the right headspace
Ma just said drinking
to
before
tune
getting on
in.
stage. That's weird because like at shows I would like hey, let me get a
Yeah,
drink or
you get a
something
little
before I hit the
shot.
stage or
Yeah,
whatever. Then your
get
throat get all
ready.
scratchy and shit. Pause, but it'd be like oh shit, why I
Yeah,
do that? Yeah,
that's
man.
the
So
main thing. It's like you got to mentally prepare for it, and a lot of people need advices.
nah, I'd probably be
You
all right. I
know,
could probably drink some water or some shit and be all right. But I'm good to
bro,
go though.
I'm gonna have to do it, and especially now with the age of social media and people
Mm,
gonna recording that shit, posting
yeah,
it places. Oh man, I'm gonna feel even. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, nigga got you on YouTube.
yeah.
You know, you got to pass.
Mm-hmm.
It might be an old chick you fucked over, and her brother want to get at you, and he like, oh, that's that
Man,
nigga
dog.
right there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look at me
You
right here. I seen him
vulnerable.
on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, you vulnerable now, and that's what a lot of cats, especially now in this age. That's why a lot of rappers are. It's dangerous to be a rapper right
That's why
now.
I ain't really like I told you, I said this is my first time really just even trying to do the podcast live. Like I just know it's easier with everybody having Instagram. Like all right, look, we just do it on the gram or whatever. Whereas opposed to I ain't really just into just picking up my phone. Just like let me press video and do some shit TikTok. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird to me. Though.
No,
I don't know
this
if it's
shit
just
right
come with
here is
age.
dope.
It's just like But this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Just having a conversation or whatever. That's all. If I talk to people that I know it don't feel like it's IG live or nothing. But me just picking it up, just pressing, yeah, y'all, so y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That shit just weird to me, though. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do
I
that.
do it sometimes, like, because it's like,
I do
if
this. You
what
know what
this
I'm
right
saying?
here,
Yeah, I do this. Or when I see you do it, it's like you talking about something that
yeah,
some meaningful
or
regular
comedy,
shit.
like my like I'm working on new comedy shit, like, because
It's
Kevin
you
Hart
as
gave me this
that's you
plug.
as a person though. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
exactly,
know you as that.
exactly.
We see like man, this nigga ox silly or whatever. Or if you just kicking some game, we know that's you in real life. But me, I
Hmm.
don't know how to hit that button and just be like Ma said, just talk to the screen. Like yo, let me talk to the screen and just try to be comfortable. It's just weird, man. I don't know. But like I said, I could do this and like communicate with people like, yeah, so what's going on? Or where we just like how we just talking about regular shit right now, but just like I don't know, just really just putting it on just to be
You know what I'm doing when I
not
do that
I don't
shit,
know, it's
cuz?
weird.
And I'm gonna get this a jewel, and I'm gonna let you go. It's planting seeds.
Yeah.
Because let's say if you got over 2,000 followers, I ain't got that many, but let's say like you got X amount of followers. Um, you planting seeds every time they see your, because people want to see shit. Like, this
Yeah.
podcast shit is the greatest shit. It's one thing to hear your music, but people want to see the stories that comes along with. We in
Mm-hmm.
an age now where people want to know what kind of food that nigga eat.
Yeah.
What do he smoke? What do he this? Because it's all intertwined now. Music, marketing, or whatever.
All
And
of
like
it.
I told you before, I may not have albums out or whatever, nothing like that, but me being confident in myself, I know I could be influential on the culture just being
Mm-hmm.
me. So when I record myself, I'm planting seeds of me being my own brand.
Yeah.
How I think, how I walk, how I talk, how I interact with my family. You never know. Motherfuckers might want to do a Netflix show about your family
Yeah.
or
That'd be
about
crazy.
fatherhood, about any. But what I'm saying, the possibilities are endless
Mm-hmm.
because of this, what you're doing right here, showing your face and interacting with people who will wonder what you look like. Might get a couple of model jobs out of it. Not saying that that's what niggas trying to do, but people may have that vision for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might see you and be like, oh, I could see him doing this. I could see him doing
Word.
this. So I look at it like everything you do now in this day and age, bet on yourself. You are your brand. That means when you go
Mm-hmm.
into the store and niggas standing around, how you greet them niggas is going to determine how you can move around in that environment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you look timid and all of that shit, you might as well stay in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you come out here, I've had niggas be like, you from New York? And I think it's
Mm.
because I'm influenced by hip hop so much, where it's like that. But I talk the way I talk. I don't be like, yo,
On
son,
you.
and all that shit. And all that. This is how I've been talking.
Yeah. That's what I'm
But
saying. Like you
it
being
attracts
authentic.
niggas. Yeah, it attracts niggas D-boys, you name it. It attracts niggas. And I noticed like, damn, I could use this to my advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I say, if you could get comfortable with recording yourself every now and again, be like, hey y'all, tune in, I'm gonna be doing this, or victory out now. It makes a big ass difference than when you just put in a picture saying victory out now. You know what I mean? Because it's like a meeting, bro. You got to go in there and shake that motherfucker's hand. You can't send somebody to represent you.
Like you just greeting people, like just
yeah, you can't send no other motherfucker to represent you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real, man.
They're gonna get an impression from somebody else and not you.
We're gonna close it because I know they only give you like an hour in here, but man, let the people know where they can find you at as far as social media.
They can't find me. Fuck them. So I'm just playing. No, Ock786, Ock_786, Facebook. But pretty much, man, just be looking around. I don't know. I don't really try to. Yeah. I haven't really formatted how I'm gonna have people look for me because I haven't found my niche yet. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I got my hand in too many things. Ock_786.
Okay, I'm gonna include that when I do the cover art and everything for this too. But definitely appreciate it, cuz. And we gonna close out www.nametagalexander.com. Thank y'all for y'all that did tune in.
Bullets,
it's gonna be up on audio pretty soon. And we out. Peace.
Peace.